Hello, this is Vicky from the Spellbound Bead Company, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to make a double spiral rope and how to attach a bead and loop fastening. So to make the double spiral rope you're going to need a few beads. What I've got here is I've got some size 8 beads that I'm going to use for the core. I'm using transparent frost crystal in a size 8. Then these are the beads for the 2 spirals. So one spiral is just going to be done using the size 10 white lined crystal beads, and the other spiral is going to be done using size 10 silver lined blue and a size 6 silver lined red as an accent. I've also got a couple of 8mm facets for a clasp. I'm working with Nymo D. I'm using white. I've got about 1.5 meters and I'm using a size 10 needle. You might find that you prefer to use a size 12 needle, but as you're only working with single thread, you can switch the needle out if you prefer to a bit later on. It is useful to be comfortable doing single spiral rope, so you can always stop this video, go and have a look at the spiral rope video that's on our YouTube channel, and then come back to this one. I wouldn't recommend this to a complete beginner, but again, you know your confidence levels and things, so if you feel confident doing it, then please go ahead and give it a try. We're going to start by picking up 4 size 8 seed beads for the core of the spiral. So these beads are going to run straight up the middle. You're not really going to see them in the double spiral stitch because it's quite a dense rope, so you don't see an awful lot of the core. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by picking up 3 blue, 1 red and 3 blue beads, and I'm going to go back up through the 4 core beads to bring those round into a loop, like so. Okay, and then without picking up any more core beads, I'm going to pick up a loop of the white beads, and in this case I'm picking up 8, 7, 8. And again, I'm going to go back up through the core beads a second time, and this time I'm going to have the loop sitting on the left of my work. So I've got one loop sitting on the right and 1 loop sitting on the left. So what we're going to do now is pick up another core bead, then we're going to pick up the blue and red loop again. So 3 blue, a red and 3 blue. I'm going to slide those all the way down to the core. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the last 4 core beads, so the one that we've just added and the 3 from the previous stitch. Okay, so we're going to come up through those beads, and we're going to position this loop of spiral so that it sits on top of the previous loop on the right hand side. Okay, so that spiral is going to build on top of this one. Now this is the trick that it took me a while to get into my head. I'm not going to pick up any more beads, but I'm going to turn my work over so that the spiral that I'm going to add to is now on the right hand side. I'm going to pick up 8 beads. 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to pass back through the same core beads as I've just gone through on the other stitch. So 3 from the old core and the 1 from that we've just added. And again, I'm going to make sure that that loop sits on top of the previous loop, like so. Okay, and then again, turn the work over, and because it's the first half of the stitch, I'm going to pick up a core bead, and then the sequence for this spiral. Bring those down. And we'll go through 4 beads on the core. Flip the work over and then pick up the loop this side, which is 8, 6, 7, 8. Now of course you can do this just using size 10s, all in size 8s. You don't have to have the sequence, you don't have to have a different sequence on each bead. It looks very striking if you just use 2 colours of the same bead. Up, I would always recommend going up a size on the core because you're getting quite a lot of thread passing through here. Now what you need to do here is just make sure that you can see your core beads. As you go up, you will have to start to dig for it a little bit, but as long as you take your time, you'll be absolutely fine. So, okay, so again, just make sure, essentially you want to add this between the 2 sets of spirals. So you just need to find the bottom one and come through. There we go. And over the top. And again, turn your work over. And pick up your beads. And back up. So you only add a core bead for every other loop, and you need to turn your work over after every stitch to make sure. Right, because I didn't pull this keeper bead all the way up to the top here, that's why I'm getting this first loop's moving. So I'm just going to slide that up like so, and then that will keep the tension on that bead. Okay, so I'm starting with this one again. Now, because this sequence of beads here, the blue and red sequence, is slightly shorter, what you'll find is that this will cup over a little bit more. So it's actually a bit trickier to find your core on this side than it is on the other. So, but it is 1, 2, 3, it is there. So you can see that the loops are sitting further away, so you can see it more clearly on this side. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to continue doing this until we get to the length that we want to for the finished piece. So what I've done here is I've got a piece that I've been continuing on. Now, it takes a long time to do this stitch, so I'm just making a short sample, but I'm going to show you how to put a bead and loop fastening on in case you want to turn this into a bracelet or a necklace. You could also finish your thread ends off and use it as a chunky key ring or something like that if you want to. This shorter length, if you stitch a jump ring onto the top, makes a really quite a striking earring as well, so you can always do that. But here's the length that I've been working on. So I'm going to start by picking up a few beads to make to add the loop, and I'm using an 8mm facet for the loop here. Because your rope is chunky, you want a slightly chunkier bead to go with it. If you used a 6mm, then particularly on a bracelet, it'd actually be quite difficult to reach in and fasten it up. So go for the bigger bead and see how you get on. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick up a couple of the core beads there, just so that I've got a bit of wiggle room. And then I'm going to pick up, we're going to pick up a couple of pick up a blue, you facet, and then I'm going to pick up a white this side, and then 3 more blue just to make the picot on the end. Then I'm going to leave aside these last 3 beads, and I'm going to come back through the beads that we've just added. And I'm then going to come back down into the core so that I'm coming out where the bottom of the last spiral we've just added is. So it's this white bead here. So we need to come down through 4 beads, like so. Just take your time. You're very full of thread here, so it is a little bit tricky, but you can get through. We'll then go up through those beads there, just to come back up to the top of the spiral. Like so. And then we're just going to reinforce this loop on the end here. So we'll come back up through those beads, out. Oops. Around here. And back down into the rope. And then we'll finish this end off. So we'll just come under the loop, under the thread of the core, make a loop, and tie that off. Oops. So, and we'll go through. Actually, not going to try and get down the core again because that is getting very full. So I'm just going to come up through one of the spirals. There. And tie a knot. And go through another couple of beads. And then trim that end off. And then to put the loop on the other end of your bracelet. Now obviously this is going to be a very tiny bracelet. We'll do the same thing. I'm just going to thread my needle. Like this. I'm going to add a couple of core beads just so that I've got a cushion. So I've just added 2 on this side, and I'm then going to pick up a white bead, and then I'm going to pick up enough of the size 10 blue to go around this bead. So I think it's going to be approximately 16. Let's have a look. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, so we'll come back through that white bead there, and we'll just check that loop. That's not going to be big enough. No, needs another couple of beads adding. So I'll take the needle off, pull that out, and let's try. Let's try 19, so I'll pick up another 3 there. Yep, 19 will do. So as you can see, that's a very small bracelet, but it will give you the idea. So what we're going to do is, like we did on the other end, we're going to reinforce this. So we're going to come down into the core so that we're coming out by this white bead here. So it's the 2 beads we've added plus another 4. We'll go back through this spiral on the end. Back through those 2 new frost beads, through the white bead at the bottom of the loop, and we'll go around these beads a second time. And that will just reinforce what we're doing. And again, I'll finish off this thread end by tying a knot. Oops, I've got a lot of thread left there to work with. And go through another couple of beads. Tie a second knot. And then through another couple to finish. So through a couple of beads and then trim. And there we have our double spiral rope with a bead and loop fastener.